Colossians 2:22, referring to things that all perish as they're used, according to human precepts and teaching. All right, remember he just said that since you died with Christ, don't live according to this world. Don't live for these earthly things. Remember he said, do not handle, do not eat, do not touch, right? And he says that all of these things that they're trying to be legalistically imposed on them as spiritual beings. Remember, they're imposing these physical regulations on spiritual beings. These are all referring to things that perish as they're used, right? So don't eat this meat, don't eat this food, don't eat these things. Well, these all perish as they are used. These aren't eternal. You're eternal beings, right? We are eternal beings. Don't get caught up in the temporary things of this world that perish as they're being used, right? When we do this, we're just living out these human precepts and teachings. Isn't that interesting? Because he uses these, he's saying these are human precepts as if that's a negative thing. And of course, it is a negative thing in the fact that we are no longer merely human. If you're in Christ, you are no longer merely human. You are a spiritual being. You have died with Christ. You've been raised with Christ. You're an eternal spiritual being. So don't be submitting yourselves as slaves to these human precepts and teachings, things that belong to this world that are going to perish anyway, because we are living for an eternity. And as we live for an eternity, we need to model our lives and walk in Jesus, because we are united with him through his death, burial, and resurrection.